This should be enough here. Colors, colors, here we go. Burnt umber, burnt sienna, emerald green, ivory black, permanent alizarin crimson, permanent alizarin crimson, Prussian blue, titanium white, cad yellow, light, yellow ochre, naphthol red. Probably only use these colors over here and some white, but we will see. We will see. I gotta try to not get too worked up when I'm doing the palette knife painting. Sometimes I get really high energy when I do. So I gotta tone it back. Okay, let's do a sketch first. I didn't do a sketch last time, but I should do one this time just so I can kind of stay in the realm of reason. Alright, how big is Mount Hood? How big is it? It's not, I don't think it's very tall. It is very triangular. Or maybe it is tall. I don't know. Alright, there's that. Tree line. Here. Water. This might be a little too tall. Unless we want to do a reflection, we could do a reflection. Maybe we do. Yeah, we can put rocks down here. Let's actually move it down a bit. That's the worst sketch he's ever done. It's okay, we can blend it out. Tree line here. We're doing the mountainception. We're going to do two mountains over top of each other. No, we're not. We're not. It's just the sketch. It's just the sketch. Don't worry. I'm sure somebody out there is freaking out. So it'll be okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Nothing to worry about here. All right. Sky time. Let's do a sky with some blue, Prussian blue, white. Prussian blue is a little strong, that's why I add some white to it. I don't want it to look stormy. Alright, start in the top. Stop, top in the corner. Little circles. Little circles. Alright, grab some more. Doing little circles. Need some more white. I'm definitely going to need more paint here at some point in the middle of this one. Alright, come back in here. Excuse me. Breathing in something. Some chemicals. Ooh, I like that. Too early for the mixing phase though. Gotta hold off of that for a little bit. Grab some more up here. Ooh. This is kind of like a nice blue color. I actually might blend this with another brush here real quick. It's okay, it's okay. I gotta get in the weeds of the canvas first. It's not cheating. Unless somebody's saying it's cheating. Cheating, I'm just blending a little bit. Now we can add whites on top of that. Sweet. Alright, let's go back to this. We'll add in some darker colors up here in the corners. I'm going to pull this way, but I don't think you can see it in the camera when I put my hand in front like that. So I'll just start like this and see what happens. There we go. Definitely going to need more paint. Or use up most of the blue. I need to get more blue, so we've already used it all. That's the one danger with palette knife painting, is you use too much paint. Bring this over here. Okay. And they also take a very long time to dry, because you have so much, there's just so many layers of stuff going on, you know. I'm going to try to make the shape of a cloud here. This one that reaches down like that. You got a little edge on him. Do the same over here. This guy, he's pretty big. This one's more well defined than the other one. Comes down like that. Pull left to right to kind of blend it. You don't have much blending options with just the palette knife, but you can still do a little bit. Alright, let's get a shadow one back here. Maybe he comes down. There. They're going to look like blobs here for a bit. But I promise you we can turn these into clouds pretty easy. Straight white. The bottom, just kind of blend them out a little bit, little circles. Then he comes back, something like this. There we go. Put another one over on this guy. Go, a little cloud back there. We'll do this one. This one's a little easier because he's a little more sticking out like that. Comes down here. And this one, I'll do one up here too. Why not? Maybe some here. A little bit more on this big one. Let's do a big one here. That's too much. And we just pull right to left. That's kind of our blending that I mentioned before. There we go. Here's some clouds for you. Oh, that's interesting. A little too much there. Very loose grip here. Like I'm almost about to drop this. Alright, there's our weird looking clouds. What do they call them? Impressionist? They're not weird, they're just different clouds. Alright. I gotta get rid of this. Unless we want to make the mountain that tall. That's a big mountain, though. I think we gotta do it. I don't want that outline to show, so we just gotta do it. Crimson. Is that blue? Oh, I didn't need to get that extra blue. Oh well. My fault. Sometimes I miss things. Because to me, these three colors look the same, but I think only these two are blue. Hopefully that's right. Okay, big mountain. Big mountain. A little too straight. I don't want to go straight yet. Let's fuzz him up a little bit. Down this side. Maybe I'll pull up at the edge. We can add some trees over here. Palette knife, or my, not palette knife, 2-inch brush. Normally I use that to blend this out, but I'm not going to do it. We're just going to pull out the palette knife, make it look like blend it that way. Do little circles, so that's how we blend. When you do it this way, you pick it up on the top and you can just throw it back down. That's what I normally do. Pick up the excess, drop it back in, put it over here, put some over there. Okay. All right, we'll pull it down one more time. About all the blending we're going to get. We can throw in some white there and that'll spread it out. Add some mist. Because normally you use the 2.5-inch brush and you go poof, 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 and smack it in, but here we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. Alright, I need to move some colors. Move this blue. Might be a good shadow color, but might not be. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Alright, we need some white in here. Either make this look far away or you can use a bright white. Make it look really detailed, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll use that. We'll do this. Tiny bit of crimson. The smallest bit. This permanent crimson is super strong. So with a little touch of it, it'll turn anything pink. Okay. That's too big of a roll of paint. That's good. That's a good amount. Alright, let's start it. I don't remember what Mount Hood looks like, but I'm going to wing it. Someone will complain. Someone always complains anyway, so we just wing it. Alright, just pull on the bottom there. Bottom doesn't matter too much, or as much, I guess. Let's keep going this way. Maybe it comes down up front. Like that. And then probably maybe one more over here. The rest of this we can just put in shadow color. I think this one's an okay shadow color. It's not super strong. Might need to do it this way. Oop. Missed the top. That's okay, we fixed it. A little bit here. Pull down this way. And then we'll do a little bit a shadow here in the middle. And over here, just kind of pull right to left. Makes it look like a little shadow. Maybe something here, here, up there. Okay. All right. Is that the fastest mountain ever? Could probably add more highlights, but I kind of like the way it looks that way. Might want to come over this way a little bit more. A little bit more details on the side. Something like that. Just a little bit. And maybe a little bit more over here. Ooh, missed the side again. It's okay. Alright. I think that's okay. What do you all think? It's not bad. Looks like a mountain. That's all we're going for. So it looks like a mountain, then we've succeeded. Alright. Let's add in the smoke. We get some smoke down here. And a little bit of blue. That's too much blue. Okay. Let's see if this works. Start in the middle. There's something else in there. There's some mist. This looks like mist. Maybe. Could add a little bit more white to it, but I think that's okay. Mount Hood never looked so good. Thanks, Ken. Pretty big mountain, very wide. It reminded me of some pictures of Mount Fuji in Japan. Oh no! Oh no! Well, that's not good. About to get even messier than usual. My grip was too loose, folks. That's okay. The handles on these are easy to clean. It wouldn't be a stream if I didn't throw my utensils. I always gotta throw them at least one time. Alright, I think that's fixed up. What was I trying to do? Oh, I wanted to add some more white here. Kind of like the clouds a little bit, but not as strong. Not as strong, and I make them 10 times stronger. That's okay. I think that's good for that side. Let's get rid of these chunks over here. There we go. Alright. So there's our mist, and there's our mountain clouds. We need some trees, and we need some water down here. Might want to do that first. Let's do that first. Some groundwater. So we use too much blue, white, and then do we have green? Got a little bit of phthalo green. This is emerald green though, so don't want to use it as much as we normally would. Just a little bit. Hopefully it looks a little bit like water. Could use some more blue though. Alright. That'll make some water. All right. I'm going to leave a little gap for the trees. And we'll start down here. Need some more over here. Just pushing in. Pulling straight across. And this will use a ton of paint. But a lot of texture. If you're into texture, you probably like palette knife painting. This is what my brother, he loves palette knife paintings. Whenever I have ones that I don't like, I just send them to him and he puts them up in his classroom. Alright, there's some water on that side. Let's do the other side. I need to mix some more here. I don't know if I can do it without blocking the camera, but I'll try. Doing the limbo back here. Alright, let's pull again. A little too high, that's okay. One more, maybe two more. Yeah, we'll need two more. Okay. I'll need to pull this forward just a little bit. There we go. This is kind of flat. There'll be a reflection of trees here, so I'm not super concerned with it. Just gotta make sure it's mostly covered. In the middle, we need the sheen. We need the sheen in here. I'm gonna be dinging on these things. That in there. Just trying to get in all these little, I don't know if you can see them, but there are cracks in the weaves. So I'm just trying to get them all pushed in there. Otherwise it looks kind of weird to have that negative, what's it called, negative space, I think. All that negative space. So I'm just going to cover it up. All right. I think that's good enough for some water. Smooth it out a little bit here. But that's good enough. What's the most paintings you've done in a day? I think 5. 5 was the top. I did that. I was in between jobs, and I took 1 week off in between, and then one day I didn't have anything to do, so I just painted all day. It was fun. It was a good time. All right, we're using. We gotta make some trees here, folks. Let's do some trees. This is just green, so emerald green, and this might be a good highlight. Let's use that as a highlight. I don't want that color as the base for the trees. Maybe use some more emerald green, some blue, some white. But yeah, I did 5 in one day, and that was exhausting. I've never done anything like that before. All right, let's do some evergreens here. Actually, these don't have to be evergreens, they can be whatever. Just putting in green blobs here. could do I want to do those? Nah, sure. Nah, it's not thick enough. Sorry. I wondering what I'm doing. We need to take off a little bit of this white here. It's a little too intense. I can use that later though. It's mixing too much is the word I was looking for. When you have too much paint with palette knife paintings, it's very easy to take off. But you'll know that you have too much because things start turning weird colors. Really weird, really quick. Like this is turning a weird mint green. And I'm not trying to make a mint green here. I'm trying to make trees. I guess mint green is not a bad tree color. Alright, let's get some more of that green. On this side. This side will probably be a little easier. There we go. Where's our water line? I think it's right here. Gotta remember. Alright, throw some in here. A little tree there. Pull down there. Definitely need more emerald green here. Trying to make them a little round. I don't know if you can even see that. Need more emerald green for the trees. Alright, there's emerald green. Richard from West Virginia checking in. Painting looks great. Thanks, Rich. You're the first Facebook live stream commenter. No one's commented on a Facebook live stream before. This is also my first one, but that's just a neat fact for you. I need to double check the quality because it was like $16 to upgrade the quality, but I was also allowed to stream to 2 other platforms now, so I should be live on Twitter and Facebook for folks that are interested in those platforms. I'm mostly just concerned with the quality because it bugs me when I download the videos and they're not very detailed. And I know my camera can definitely do them because I've done some 4K ones before. Gotta get these base round things in, and then we can start giving them some shapes. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let me just start pulling down. Down, pull it to the right. A little tricky with the palette knife, but it should work. Does it look like a reflection? I need a little bit more in here. How's that look for a reflection? It's in progress. It's in progress. We're working on it. Okay. let's see. Let's start giving them some shapes first before we. So right now they all kind of look the same. To do that, I usually just kind of tap in different directions with the palette knife. It makes them sticky. Gives them some texture. This works way better with my other palette knife, but I'm not using that one for. I don't think I'm ready to use that one on a live stream yet. Just yet. Soon though, I'm getting better with it. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. I don't know what the term is for this. Scumbling, maybe? Is that the term? I don't know. I'm basically pressing flat against the canvas so it makes it texture. Makes it easier to do highlights with the palette knife. It's just one thing I've noticed. Okay, now we're going to do, what is this, mid-tone? Yeah, I'm going to do like a really weird green color here, maybe a little bit more green. Might be a little too bright. Yeah, should work, There we go, a little bit less. All right, we're going to start applying this green in clumps. Little round clumps here. Little round clumps. Where we think leaves might be. Much easier here with the texture on there. Don't have to work very hard. Maybe some down there. A little bit there. Some on this guy. Ooh, he's got some yellow in him. That's cool. Over on this one. Some over there. This one up here. This one. And this one, you don't have too much on him. Maybe on the bottom, but not towards the top, probably. Let's see, I'll do some ochre and green. A little bit more green. And I'll use this for the highlights on this one up here, because he's going to be more in the shadow. One there, one there, one there. There we go. And then one more highlight. Over here. Are your canvases 3/4 or 1 inch thick? They are I believe they're the 3/4 inch stapled ones. But I'd have to double check to be sure. Alright, let's just do a little bit of yellow ochre up on this one. There we go. And then on these ones I'm just going to do the white, or not white, cad yellow white. Sorry. Getting the colors all confused today. And these will mix up pretty quick, so. I'll turn dark green. So I'll start and try and tap it as much as I can first and then work back. Very thick though. We got 3 layers of paint here, so this is a very heavy section. tapping here at the bottom on this one. Over on this one. Maybe we'll do some over here too while we're at it. And then towards the bottom, maybe we put in a shoreline, some water. I think we all own the same hat estate. Could be. Lots of people have this. What's it called? I got it from some place called Hats in the Belfry. I got it a long time ago. I never wore it, but I started doing the streams, and I didn't want to blind people with my baldness, so I got one. I started wearing it. All right, we're just pulling some dirt down here. Burnt sienna. Sometimes I just say dirt. When I say dirt, I mean burnt sienna. To me, this is what the clay, the dirt around where I live, this is what it looks like, burnt sienna. Alright, let's touch some there. Cover up that spot. There's a bright spot there, and I like it. There we go. And then we'll highlight on top of that. This is just sienna and white, and maybe some green. A little bit all of those. Just pulling left to right. Very, very light touch, because if you push it all, this is going to just mash in. We don't want to mash. We're not trying to mash the paint here. Alright. We got to do a water line. Heavy water line. Let's see. I'll start over here. And this is where we want to mash. Smooth that out just a touch towards the top. There we go. And then I'll just throw in some wave looking things here. Just use up all the extra paint. That's really all I'm doing here. Very sticky. It's, there we go. I'm gonna pull some down here. There we go. There's our Mount Hood painting. Palette knife. Do we want to sign it with just the palette knife? We could. We could also add some rocks down here maybe. I don't know. We got all this extra paint. Not enough for another painting, but enough for a rock. Let's do that. Let's make a dark brown rock. This is crimson and ivory black. Let's just put him over here. Right there. I don't know if there are actually rocks in the water at Mount Hood, but I'm putting one in anyway. There we go. There we go. There's a rock. Just felt like adding one in, tying the painting together. I don't know. All right. Let's sign it with the. Let's try the signature with the top edge. I never do this, but I shouldn't say I never do it, I just don't do it often. It does make for a cooler signature though, that's for sure. Luckily my initials have no curves in them, other than the J, but that's easy. Because you can do straight down and then just pull to the left and it looks like a J. I don't know how we're going to do a 2 and a 3 though, so these are just going to be squiggles. Two, three, there. There's our squiggles for 2, 3. This is our Mount Hood painting for Oregon. Next week, I don't know what states we're on. Whatever comes after Oregon. Getting towards the end though, we're almost done all 50 states. Almost dropped it. Caught it just in time. Mount Hood, Oregon, with the palette knife. Hopefully you can see it.